So when project goals are vague, team members may work on different aspects of the project only to realize their efforts aren't aligned with the project objectives.
Impacts a lot. So we need to little bit be careful on project deliverables. So in some instances, project managers may not possess the necessary skills to define deliverables effectively.
Increased brand awareness or enhanced team collaboration. So these outputs are often subjective and require quantitative assessments. Good evening, folks. Welcome to another exciting episode of Tech Samvad. Project deliverables, in essence, are the tangible and intangible outputs that a project is expected to produce. So did you know that about 1.2 billion is wasted annually on unproductive project management strategies? So these outcomes are fundamentally like trying to ensure project success, as they serve a benchmark to measure progress, quality, and ultimately the project's overall performance. So in many project implementations, teams struggle with unclear or poorly defined deliverables. This ambiguity leads to confusion, miscommunication, and frustration among stakeholders. So when project goals are vague, team members may work on different aspects of the project only to realize their efforts aren't aligned with the project objectives. So additionally, teams may invest considerable time and resources in developing outputs that aren't aligned with the project's intended outcome, right? So in some cases, poorly defined deliverables can even lead to project failure, as the project may not meet the stakeholders' expectations. So let's talk about this in detail. I'm Pramesh.
Hello, and I'm Shalin. And Pramesh, today's topic, which we are going to discuss, is very important as it can make or break any project, right? Project deliverables. So, team may face challenges when stakeholders have different expectations regarding the project deliverables, and this can result in rework, a wastage of resource, a wastage of time, and many things. I mean, budget overrun, schedule slippage, depending on situation to situation, right? So it impacts a lot. So we need to little bit be careful on project deliverables. So in some instances, project managers may not possess the necessary skills to define deliverables effectively, leading to inadequate project planning. Lastly, ineffective communication among team members and stakeholders can also contribute to poorly defined deliverables, so resulting in project bottlenecks and inefficiencies. So these are the challenges we face.
Yes, Alan, most projects fail due to a lack of clear goals, right?
That's correct. So let's understand what are the project deliverables, Pramesh, right? So let's break it down. What exactly these deliverables are. Let's quantify it and then we will discuss.
Yeah, let's do that. So, a project produces tangible and intangible outputs, right? So think of them as roadmap markers that guide a project from start to finish. So project deliverables come in two primary forms. Like I said, tangible and intangible outputs. Tangible outputs are that are physical products or services that can be perceived through the senses, such as software code, a new product, or a report. These outputs are typically measurable, and can be verified against specific criteria. On the other hand, if you talk about intangible deliverables, they are non-physical outputs that cannot be perceived through senses, such as improved customer satisfaction, increased brand awareness, or enhanced team collaboration. So these outputs are often subjective and require quantitative assessments.
So if we want to categorize what are the types of deliverables, right? There are, on the high level, there are four types of deliverables. First is your internal deliverables. So what are internal deliverables? These are the output used within our project team. Then external deliverables. So the output which we need to share with the client or stakeholders, right? External stakeholders. Then third is your process deliverables. So these are the output which is for your supporting documentation and processes, right? Those are process deliverables. Then fourth one is product deliverables. These are the final output that meet your project requirement for which we have the project.
And Shavin, here's where it gets interesting. Deliverables are actually crucial because they define the project scope, they create checkpoints to measure progress, they keep everyone aligned, and then they also help optimize resources. And not to forget about avoiding stakeholder conflicts. So by way of example, let's consider a marketing project aimed at launching a new product. So the tangible deliverables might include the development of a product prototype, product packaging, and marketing collaterals. The intangible deliverables, if you talk about, then in that case could include improved brand recognition, increased customer engagement, and enhance the customer satisfaction. Understanding the different types of project deliverables is vital in that way, like in ensuring that teams develop outputs that meet the project's objectives and stakeholders' expectations. Like, for example, let's take an example of a software development project aimed at creating a mobile app. So the project's tangible deliverables might include the developed app, user documentation, and system testing reports. Intangible deliverables, again, like in that case, could be improve user experience, improvement, then enhance system performance, and also like increase customer adoption that way. So clearly, like we have these different things that the stakeholders' expectations will align to, and then the project objectives also will be met.
Okay. So let me share some real world example that illustrate the significance of clearly defined project deliverables, right? That's going to help our user to relate more. So a leading e-commerce company was struggling with its project to develop a new online ordering system. So the project team had poorly defined deliverables and leading to confusion, miscommunication, and frustration among stakeholders. So by redefining the project deliverables and establishing clear output, the team was able to refocus efforts and the project was eventually completed successfully. So what is the key takeaway? Let's understand. So the key takeaway from this example is that clearly defined deliverables can make all the differences in ensuring project success.
Exactly. Basically, we have talked about the SMART framework multiple times.
Right.
Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound framework. So use that as your starting point, and that should actually improve. We will not go into details here. You can watch our other videos if you want to go into specifics.
So, Ramesh, can you share some actionable advice here for our?
Yeah, I would say like the top tips around that would be like break down big deliverables into smaller ones, more manageable chunks. Then set realistic deadlines, define clear, acceptable and acceptance criteria, use project management tools to your advantage, and then communicate constantly with your stakeholders. Either it is bad news or good news, always clearly communicate with your stakeholders.
Right. And do you have any statistics around it?
Yeah, I mean, like if you talk about statistics, like this output, like if you talk about poor requirements, like management is cited as like 40% of the time as the reason projects fail to meet their goals. So that's why like defining deliverables upfront is critical, and project deliverables that way play a very vital role in ensuring project success, right? So by defining and understanding the different types of deliverables, team can develop outputs that meet the project objectives and stakeholder expectations, resulting in the project goals of improved project outcomes.
So basically, my open question to our viewers, our project managers community, that what's your takeaway on this? Think about it and always pay good attention when you're defining your project initially phase. What will be the deliverables?
Yeah, remember like deliverables are not just check boxes; they are your project DNA. So keeping that in mind, let's end today's episode. We'll meet you again. Till then, take care, keep innovating. Goodbye.